Dominic Bradford says he has permanent damage to his right eye after being tased in the face by a Robbins police officer. Now, the Robbins Police Department claims Bradford was hostile when he was asked to leave a convenience store. But Bradford believes the use of force was unjustified. The ABC 7i team has obtained video of the tasing incident that followed, and we want to warn you, some of the footage and images might be hard to watch.
I'll never look the same again or feel the same, quite frankly.
Dominic Bradford's right eyelid is stitched together after he underwent 4 surgical procedures. The Chicago man says he may never see out of this eye again after he was tased in the face by a police officer.
This is what my reality is now. I don't wish this on my worst enemy.
The incident happened on March 18th. The 22-year-old says he and his friends were on their way home from a sports bar and they stopped by a convenience store in Robbins. He says a store clerk thought he had recognized him.
That became a minor back and forth of, I think I've seen you. No, you haven't. I've never been here before. That's when I knocked on the glass for the item behind the counter.
Bradford says a Robbins police officer who happened to be in the store asked him to stop knocking on the glass. He says words were exchanged and he was asked to leave. Bradford says he followed orders and left. And that's where the officer's body cam video begins.
You come back up to the glass and you seem frustrated, upset, you seem to be yelling.
Well, I was frustrated, upset, being removed from an establishment for no reason.
In the video, you can see Bradford and his friends walking to their vehicle. The officer approaches and orders Bradford to get into the car.
Hey, you got 2 seconds to get in the car. You got 2.
Bradford's friends try to intervene, and things escalate. Bradford is tased and then advances toward the officer.
Sit down. Sit down.
Bradford is tased a second time in the face. Moments later, the officer calls for backup, and Bradford reemerges.
If there's anyone watching the body cam video and they say, if his behavior weren't the way it was, we wouldn't be here, what would your response be to that?
Sure, I'm not here to sugarcoat the fact that Dominic was angry, but he's outside the store. That's the key. He followed his command. Police officers, quite frankly, are trained to not emotionally react, particularly when they're not being placed in danger.
A Village of Robbins spokesperson says it does not comment on matters of litigation, but did say in part, quote, a Robbins police officer was engaged in an incident outside a local business with an individual in which the police body camera shows was irate and noticeably intoxicated during the exchange. All of which was in response to the owner of the local business requesting the officer to have the individual leave the store following a prior hostile exchange. An ambulance was called to the scene and Bradford was taken to the hospital.
It was difficult to view, so to see, like blood on his face, his eye almost hanging out of his head. No mother, no father, no parent should ever have to see their child in that situation.
Bradford and his attorney now suing the Village of Robbins and the officer who tased him. They believe the use of force was unjustified. Bradford denies being intoxicated on the night in question, maintaining he was upset that he had to leave the store after being misidentified by the clerk. I asked Bradford why he advanced at the officer after being tased the first time.
I was still in a mode of protection because I had just witnessed this officer push my friend out of the way in order to tase me. It was very intense and everything was happening super fast.
I feel confident in saying that video does not display his proudest moment. But in that video, I watched him and his friend walk away. So I don't understand why he pursued them.
I forgive you because I should. And the police department definitely needs to do better training.
The Robbins police officer in this incident has not been charged with a crime and is still with the police department. Bradford, who was tased, was not arrested or charged with a crime during this incident. The Robbins Police Department says its mission is to service the citizens of Robbins with a high level of integrity. They say they are cooperating with Illinois State Police to investigate this matter.